Hello, good evening and welcome all. I am Dilshan ALK. First of all, our target was to find a substitute for a disposable yogurt cup. So from the big beginning, we were dedicated to find the best sustainable alternative for the disposable yogurt cup. So let me and my friends stay through the presentation. On the way of finding a substitute, we were looked about beneficial, economical, environmental, and industrial best solution for the yogurt cup. For what we are using nowadays, some kinds like plastic yogurt cups. The importance of the project is as well we know to get rid of plastic usage, and it's already become plastic wastage, and it's a huge path for the any kind of pollutions. So we were measured, learned, and gathered so many knowledges uh, to how to approach the best alternative by analyzing the problem of substitute for a disposable yogurt cup. So I am handing over to Vinija to continue the presentation.
Thank you, Kasun. So I am Patirney PVS. I am going to be talking about what are the ingredients used for the yogurt cup. There are two ingredients used for the yogurt cup. First one is polystyrene and second one is rubber. Polystyrene is non-renewable raw material. Rubber is renewable and non-renewable raw material. Next, I am going to be talking about what are the properties of the yogurt cup. First one is good heat insulator. Yogurt cup is a good heat insulator because yogurt cup is considered to be good insulator of heat as it restricts movement of thermal energy. Second one is good electrical insulator. Yogurt cup is non-metal material. Then no electricity passes through in the yogurt cup. Third one is high plasticity. Yogurt cup has a quality of being easily shaped or molded. Final one is weather resistance. The ability to withstand cold temperature as it is kept in freezer. Next, this table shown in properties the ingredients give to the yogurt cup. Polystyrene is good heat insulator, good electrical insulator, high plasticity and weather resistant. Rubber is good heat insulator, good electrical insulator and weather resistant. And the next slide will be continued by Prashant.
Thank you, Venuja. I am Rushanjan G. So in this slide, we can see the process of producing the disposable yogurt cups. The energy used here mainly are electricity, fuel, and heat. We input polystyrene granules and rubber into mixer. Extruder makes them into sheets. Next, the sheets are rolled and winded to take it for molding by heating it. The molten plastic is cooled and demolded as the company wishes. After that, the extra part are cut off and cups are finally produced. Next, the cups are packed and transported to food companies for use. But we can see some plastic waste and carbon dioxide as byproduct which are harmful for environment. Moving on to next slide, these are the uses of the plastic cups. The main use is to hold yogurt or ice cream. Even people, after consuming the yogurt, they keep cookery items in them. Also, we can use as detergent container. Not only these, but also some store their tools like nails, screws, nuts and bolts in these cups. Moving on to next slide. Obviously, we have many problems in the product that starts from extracting the raw materials. Resources depletion means consumption of resource faster than it is being replaced. Then water pollution. Also, we saw in how it is made slide that plastic wastes are generated in making energies like electricity and fuel is wasted. Real estate losses. When plastic waste is dumped, no one would buy a house there. It affects many people directly and indirectly. Then disposing the cups cause financial damage to owners like transporting costs. And plastic waste is not good for environment because the chemicals are harmful to animals as well as humans. The next slide will be discussed by Afkar. Thank you.
Thank you, Rashanthan. So considering the elements mentioned and explained in the previous slides by my colleague, in this slide we have listed out the best alternatives available considering the mentioned facts on previous slides. So they are clay pots, paper cups, glass cups, and tin-coated stainless steel cups. And moved in the next slide, we have our proposed alternative out of the alternatives mentioned earlier, and it is using a clay pot instead of the disposable yogurt cup used now. And we selected this considering so many criteria. For example, when we use paper cups, it can damage easily while transporting the goods or while storing in, which is an industrial disadvantage. And next, the glass cups. Again, it can be damaged while transporting, and also it takes many years to digest, which is not recommended industrially and environmentally. So when considering all these facts, clay pots is the best alternative we can go with because its raw materials are easily reachable, which is a great industrial advantage, and it's healthy and also it is advantageable when considering economical and environmental. So our proposed alternative will be the clay pots. So moving on to the next slide, we have the benefits achieved. So considering the points, using clay pots instead of plastic cups will be very beneficial for marine living beings because every day in news and various other articles, we read the damage caused by the plastic on marine lives. So less use of plastic will be an environmental benefit gain. And in the next point, we have an economical benefit gain, which is having a simple production process so that the cost per unit will be very low. And in the next point, we have an industrial benefit gain, which is being able to preserve yogurt for a long time. So these are the main benefits achieved when using clay pot instead of disposable yogurt cups. In the next slides will be continued by Ashjad.
Thank you, Afkar. Hi, I am Ahmad MRA. So the discussion. First one is being cheaper than plastic and can be easily disposed and healthy unlike the plastic cups. Clay pots provide an earthy aroma to the food which plastic cannot provide. Clay pots cannot be reused, so you don't have to worry about the germs and bacteria lingering around. These clay pots are inherently hygienic considering they are made by firing kiln. So moving to the next slide, we come to a conclusion. Clay pots are far more better than the plastic cups, comparing the resource usage cost, economically and environmental and industrial benefits. And also clay pots protects yogurt from temperature fluctuation. So by all evidence, we can say that clay pots are far more better than plastic yogurt cup. So moving to the next slide, here we have the references. We referred from books, journals and internet. So from here I conclude my presentation. Thank you.